In creating my work, the final product is not an image or an object. The final product is the experience that the viewer has when they are interacting with the work. What you see in front of you changes depending on the way that you look at it. As you walk and move around these pieces, they shift and they transform. So essentially, I create these objects and installations that are vehicles for information. I try to make them as interesting and beautiful as possible to engage audiences. You have to make the artwork yourself. It's like all the parts are there, and it doesn't really exist until the viewer positions himself perfectly and makes it happen. That is like my way of encouraging people to think critically. My recent work, Climate Change is Real. It's a bunch of coins that are suspended in an array. Coins are change. And when you look at this artwork from one side, it says the word climate. And then when you walk around to the other side, it says the word real. So it's a bit of a riddle, it's a bit of a pun. The viewer has to put all that together themselves, and at the end, they'll have the message, climate change is real. It's just to put that idea out into society. A lot of my works, I'm not telling people what to think. I'm not trying to convey specific messages, but I'm trying to create an object that is a reflection of what's going on in the world. My portrait of Dolly was an image of a plastic picker from India, rendered out of plastic waste. And the plastic waste is all these plastic bits that Dolly collected herself, and then they had them shipped over to New York for me to create this portrait of Dolly. A recent piece of mine is called The Immigrant, and to me it's this beautiful, magnificent, incredibly complex artwork. It's a portrait of an immigrant, and the whole topic of immigration in the United States is such an ugly conversation. There's a lot of fear going on, a lot of hatred, a lot of prejudice. My purpose of creating that artwork is to put a note of positivity into a conversation that's really dark and mean. So what I do is I introduce space, three-dimensional space and depth into my images. When you walk around these images, they feel interactive. They're not just flat images like we're used to seeing. They are at times, but when you walk around them, they explode and they open up and they lend themselves to having all this other meaning. You have to stand at a specific point of view to see the image, right? So there's a message inside there, and you have to look at it from a certain point of view. And that's just one of the metaphors that the work lends itself to. Your perspective on things, your point of view, the way that you see the world changes, your understanding of things around you change. So these are the type of metaphors that I'm trying to work with. Perception is really important. The way that we perceive things, it depends upon our point of view. If we try to look at things from a different angle, the way that we interpret them can be completely different.